Well, hello and a very warm welcome to day 2 of Goodwood Revival 2022, where we get to take a look back in time to revel in the glory days of motor racing. Have you been before? If not, what are you driving? Tell us the story.
I've been many times. I've been. I'm very lucky to be a guest of the Duke of Richmond. I've raced my car here, a little Porsche 356. I raced it 2 years ago. Smashed the side of it. Realised how difficult this, how dangerous this track is. Yeah, I love it. I mean, I've got quite a few classic cars, so it's just right up my street.
I didn't think a Porsche 356 should be this far up the grid.
It can if you drive it flat out.
Do you brake?
Yeah, at Lavant and at Woodcote, and a bit for the chicane.
And away we go. Flag drops, very slow getaway indeed from Manuel Edisab in the middle of the front row. He's just been swamped by everybody, but our poleman Miles Griffiths leads them, and the Burgundy Maserati, Josef Otto Rettenmeier, I think, up into second place. Bruce on the grid, Malcolm Paul in his Lotus. Well, that looked like a little bit of cold tyre and competitor avoidance there.
Well, about to have a change of second position because Malcolm Paul attacking, and there was no answer from Olivier Marseille, so one Lotus surpasses another.
And Oliver Marseille coming through on the inside, still on the inside. It's side by side as they come down to the chicane. Okay, this is not the place for bravery. This is like the old Eau Rouge, going the door handle is not a good thought.
Easy is it to keep your focus up front, and it's clear he has kept his focus, lapping within a few tenths of his previous time.
Miles Griffiths from pole position dominated the start and has dominated the race. Victory will go to the Keith 1100, and Miles Griffiths takes the checkered flag now, having completed a total of 13 laps.
Well, the Setchington Cup is a huge part of the Goodwood Revival weekend, and it's competed in these Austin J40 pedal cars, and they're fettled as much as any other of the classic cars here.
Well, this is Austin pedal cars. Obviously, 10 years of the Setchington Cup, we had to bring something to Goodwood to show off what we're doing. It's quite new to us. We're actually launching Austin pedal cars here at the Revival, and we've got loads of things to show you. We've got history, we've got new cars, we've got cars for sale, we've got restored cars.
Is this your first time doing the Setchington Cup?
Yes.
And are you quite excited?
Yes, I'm very excited to do this.
The Le Mans style start, you saw the young man with the rabbit in his overalls.
Taking the Jackie Hicks approach. I shall not do the Le Mans start, but quickly into the car, and you really feel for the taller drivers, trying to get the knees crammed in, not hitting the steering wheel. But we heard from Alex Roach before, he had the very measured approach and absolute sprint clear from the chicane, overtaking for second place.
It's a real 200-metre sprint sort of distance. Great stuff from Alex Roach.
This dress and this hat belonged to Pete's grandmother. And this cape came from a charity shop, and it is vintage, as is this necklace.
That's amazing, and it all goes together so perfectly.
Here we go then, the flag's up, so they're running across now, Le Mans start, jump on the bike, and look at that, Steve Parrish gets a great start already. Steve Parrish on the right-hand side on bike number 6. Did he cheat again? He's second at the moment, so Steve Parrish has already blasted into second place from way back down on the grid, so all that qualifying didn't really matter.
Plate number 55 just hanging on in front of this battle. That is 68 and 12, so Michael Rutter has got ahead.
And the 55 has gone through. That's a brilliant ride from Josh Brooks. Josh Brooks, this could well be his best ride of the year, I have to say, because in British Superbikes, things have not been going anything like what they should be for the ex-champion.
Yeah. Well, listen, you know...
Oh, he's caught McWilliams and passed him. McWilliams has gone behind. The Australian is properly on it.
They are definitely catching McWilliams on that number 7 machine.
Pushing, and again, Brogy's a big lad, you know. Once he gets out in the air, I think those wide shoulders are costing him. So
I was going to say, not between them, surely.
108 between them, yes.
Oh, look, just grabbing the bike.
It is going to be the George Thomas-James Hillier pairing that will take the checkered flag. It has been an immaculate 25 minutes as he comes to the line. The checkered flag is ready, a clear winner. 4.7 seconds ahead of the second place pairing of Kingham and Brooks.
It's wonderful to have you all with us for this very special very special weekend. Perhaps it is particularly appropriate, as we mourn the death of Her Majesty, to be celebrating the career of that extraordinary British racing driver, Graham Hill.
And great to see Damon down in the BRM P57-8, the eight-cylinder, but just 1.5 litre engine, Old Faithful. His first win of Formula One win for Graham Hill was that year here at Goodwood in the Glover Trophy, then in the World Championship in the Dutch Grand Prix. That was the springboard, and of course 60 years ago he struck gold, the first world title for a British driver in a British car. Fitting we're celebrating it here at Goodwood because Graham had so much success looking at this circuit here in the sunshine and seeing his array of cars, and it really just does encompass how many cars he might race on a typical weekend. He could be in 3 different classes.
What's going on? Well, thank you very much, Amber. Welcome to the Sky Revival Cinema. We're here today showing 4 classic films from Willy Wonka, The Italian Job, Grease and The Grease Sing-Along.
Oh, the Grease Sing-Along. That sounds exciting.
That's at 6 p.m. every day. It's been ever so popular.
They're revving the engines, the flag flies, and we are underway, and it is a good start for the Ferrari. And Joe gets away slightly better than Andy, but it's going to be side by side down into the first corner, and Andy Middlehurst does actually pick up enough pace just inside the top 10 there. So this is all looking quite insane. 22, that's James King in the Brabham, and he's under a bit of pressure at the moment, isn't he? From the number 26, Andrea Stortini.
Well, he's just, yes, he is under pressure. Very tidy exit. Now, much more aggressive sound. And goes up from Joe Colasaco.
That is a great shame. It looks as though the Ferrari is not going to be running much longer. And you did say to me earlier, Bruce, that you've seen this a few times. The Ferrari running well up front here at Goodwood doesn't always last the race distance. Over 140 miles an hour for the race leader, Andy Middlehurst. That's the sort of pace he's doing down here. But it is a difficult place to overtake because it's fairly easy to block the entrance here.
Now he's got another problem.
Yeah, because he's got traffic ahead and he's got to get past it quickly in order to keep the other car behind by going through. Ooh, the car just touching the grass, so he hasn't managed to get through yet. The final corner, and it is Andy Middlehurst once again in the Lotus 25 who wins the Glover Trophy at the Goodwood Revival, celebrating to see the checkered flag. And it's a big margin. Just listen for a moment, guys, as they go off the line. That sound. It's all these Ferrari engines. It's an incredible noise, and quite often driven by Graham Hill, who we're celebrating.
Who was the 1963 TT winner here, and he's on the big posters.
1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.
I dress this way every day. I'm from New York City, born and raised. I'm a style activist, somebody who loves the past but also wants to move us forward to the future.
So how many old cars do you have?
Well, personally, only about 4 at the moment, but because I've had everything in a lifetime of cars, everything you could think of I've driven, I keep going older and older and older. So last year, the car that I owned, I actually sold here, which was the oldest Austin 20 in the world, 1919. So I'd been driving that around our part of the world in a 103-year-old car that goes 70 miles an hour and only has brakes on the back wheels. That was a bit of fun. And actually sold here at Goodwood.
Goodwood Revival is underway. Oh, jump start? No, I hope not. Very slow from the big American. The 92 car is going to find himself in trouble down the Madrick because a couple of agile European and American cars side by side. Andy Jordan trying to go around the outside and the Ford Lotus Cortina, but it's Frank Stippler who has the lead in the Alfa Romeo, and into second place. Romain Dumas gets the big Galaxy back into second place. And now look at the straight line speed. He's back in front. But they've got a battle on their hands, and all of them are trying to come down the back long straight as fast as possible, and the Alfa Romeo is maybe missing out to the 2 Ford Lotus Cortinas. Now, as they pick up a bit more speed, it's flat out through there. Look at the sliding. He's having a look up the inside now, and that could be an opportunity, but Andrew takes the line into the first part of St Mary's. Now, Andre Lotterer trying to get back past Alex Brundle.
Well, it's got to be flat through Fordham, hasn't it? So I would imagine Slipstream comes into it a little bit with these minis just through there, because they are absolutely on the floor.
There we go. Oh, no!
Oh, he goes off to the left, and the other car just about survives.
Unbelievable. I don't know why Dumas seems to be inconsistent on this last couple of laps. Yeah, there we go then. Stippler's got
he's on the grass trying to go alongside. He can't quite make it, and the Galaxy uses its power to get away.
I think he ran out of traction. He waved frantically. This is going to slow Dumas down, but I don't think it's going to be enough. No, he's going to power underneath it. Oh, maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. Yes, he gets it done. He should be safe now, but look at Frank Stippler. Oh, Stippler's right there on top of him. I figured he might have a bit of a go. Out will come the checkered flag now, and it is going to be Romain Dumas.
Across the line he goes. Romain Dumas wins the St Mary's Trophy by a fraction of a second in the end.
Romain, he kept you honest, didn't he?
Yeah, for sure he was there all the way. I mean, at the end, you know, I was very happy to see the checker flag. On my board, they showed me 2 minutes to go. Luckily, I saw the checker flag at the same time. I can tell you, it was very great, but good fun, you know, such a different car, and at the end, with nearly the same speed. And yeah, it's a great show. We'll see tomorrow with my teammate now what will happen, but yeah, nice race, like always, you know.
We're all set for the Goodwood Trophy to get underway, and the 1930s, 1940s and early 1950s cars are getting away, and it's a good start from Ian Baxter from the middle, but David Morris in the silver machine is going well, and Nicholas Topless on the outside.
We're looking at him now, the number 3 car.
He's got that fastest lap, 1:32.2.
That's quick.
Yeah, it's a good lap, and he's right up there now. What a great view of him holding onto the steering wheel.
Oh, he's there.
Mark Gillis has got a real chance to get past him.
Ford Water next, flat out through here.
He takes the line, and fair play. Mark just gives him the space.
And keep out of the way of the people coming.
Well, he did a good job then. Oh, sideways again. Baxter absolutely lost all the momentum coming out of the chicane.
No, he's actually got a run on him. Yeah, he's got a run for second place.
We know that it's quick with the supercharger on it, and he's got underneath him. He goes to second place, but it's certainly considerably less. And again, he gets the drive there, doesn't he? Gets up alongside. Can they make the move? He looked in. Yes, he has done it. Brilliant move. Gillies absolutely superbly judged. Great drive it's been, Ben.
Fantastic. Through the chicane they come for the final time. The checker flag out. It's a sprint to the line. It's going to be very, very close to the line, and it's just done by Mark Gillies. I think he just held on there. The gap, 0.051 of a second. That's how close it was.
Mark, I mean, to come from 9th and win, but I mean, there was so much pressure.
Well, not really. We're just vintage racing at the end of the day. It's not like, you know, Jos Capito's at the end of pit lane waiting to greet me with a contract, but that was a magic race. Really enjoyed it. I mean, I made a good start for once, and yeah, it was great. And David's just a joy to race against. He's such a gent, and he's bloody quick, so it's all you want, really.
In the centre, Rob Hall, good start from Stuart Hall on the outside as well, no relation. And away they go, smoking wheel spin from John Spires, but he gets the Chevy hooked up in that McLaren M1, and he is looking down the inside of Stuart Hall for third place.
But Ollie Bryant, he's not that far clear. It's 1.6 seconds last time, ahead of that great battle between the Halls for second place. It's 2 seconds now.
This is into St Mary's. Oh, goodness me.
Well, the car snapped away the first part of St Mary's. That is a long sideways tumble there for Mark Shaw. Safety car is being brought out onto the circuit because of the stricken 154 that went off into the tyre wall. Avoids McLaren. James Davison doing the job, but now the GT40.
Nottingham Shedden.
It's not over yet, but just remember the order.
Stuart Hall is going to try and look again. Again, he's going to try and look to the outside and cut back underneath, but there isn't quite enough of an overlap. Stuart Hall alongside on the last lap again. Look at the vapour coming out of the injectors as they snap through the gears. Stewie's on the inside, Rob Hall. The door was not really open, but Hall just put his foot in. Last lap lunge, he got it done, neat and tidy, nice and clean. Ollie Bryant will be the first to the checkered flag. Victory for Ollie Bryant. Stuart Hall in second place. Rob Hall will take third. Green flag waves, and away we go. The flag drops, and an electrifying start from the outside of the front row for this 1 hour long Sterling Moss Memorial Trophy from Nicky Pastorelli. The Dutchman in the Ferrari gets away like a scalded cat. The white car with the red roof, that's the Tetley and Mayton car working through ahead of cut 7. And again, this is a sort of combination of pro drivers and gentleman drivers. And
they're second place, but look, as these two cars accelerate away, the thoroughbred, the Ferrari in that second position, but right behind, well, it's not, it's a savage thing, it's a wonderful thing. The Dragon Snake is surely going to drag past him.
I would be thinking it's not very healthy.
Have you ever driven behind your Morris Minor?
Yeah. Funny enough, never have. Yellow flags are out. Safety car board is out because an Aston Martin has...
that's the number 6, that's the Ursula one. Going to try and gain another couple of seconds and more. And in behind some of the others now, arriving in the pit lane. Joe Twyman is standing waiting. Don't get in that car, Joe, that's not yours.
No. Now, none of the front runners have come in. They want to get back up to speed and try and get through some traffic.
This is Scott Dixon coming in. Dario Franchitti, and there's Dario Franchitti taking over from Kiwi, from his teammate.
So 10 minutes on the clock and change. We should get maybe 7 laps, 6 laps, 6 laps. Probably Dario's in reverse.
Why was he in reverse? There was no car in front of him, so that was a little bit of a mishap. I'm sure he'll laugh about it afterwards through gritted teeth, being the competitor he is.
Sure, the Scottish language will be fairly saltire blue at the moment. However, he's on his way. Everybody else getting back up to racing speed, trying to get the tyres up to temperature and pressure. Tiffany Dow just saw in the pit lane as well, doing his change to John Spires, the number 3 E-Type.
The white E-Type with the red roof, that was Jack Tetley handing over to Nick Maton, who also had been waiting patiently.
Off goes number 12 Ferrari. Yelmer Berman at the wheel of that red car, comes out behind Vincent Gay. Ooh. Olivier Hart, the young Dutchman, trying to go around the outside, just completely offline through Ford Water and into St Mary's. Through goes the Cobra for Andy Jordan. He doesn't have much of a speed advantage over Simon Hadfield. Squeezes through on the inside. Hadfield will let him go. He'll let the Ferrari go as well.
Olivier Hart has got a moment. Traffic is up in front. The Cut 7 Jaguar right in front of our race leader, Andy Jordan, who's just got to be wise at this point and not panic, but certainly looking to pounce is the dark green Super Dario.
Just watch Dario. There's just, it's so relaxed. It's just all happening so easily. He just makes it look so straightforward. If you're in the passenger seat, you would be screaming in terror because the speed these cars are carrying just would overwhelm anything you're used to from a road car.
Andrew, I'm no expert, but you look quite happy with that.
I'm pumped. Yeah, that was the aim, to come and win this race. So it's we obviously had a bit of a learning year last year with the car with Mike, and we put a lot of hard work into it. And under the safeguard, I didn't really know what was going on, and it was going on and on forever. So I didn't really know where we were going to be once the others pitted. So it was full on. It was a full-on race with the yellow flags and the traffic down at no name on one lap. So. Yeah, Mike will have fun watching the onboard. I treat this car with just enough respect, I think, but I had to get through. So, yeah, fantastic team effort.
Well, all that is left from David and I to say is good night, have a safe journey home. And if you are coming back tomorrow, well, we'll look forward to seeing you then. Good night, thanks for watching. Bye.